What if I told you the history you know is built on lies? For centuries, stories have been rewritten, heroes invented, and villains created, all to shape what we believe today. These are 22 of the biggest lies in history that the world still believes. Let's start with one of the most famous, Christopher Columbus. He didn't discover America. Indigenous civilizations had been living here for thousands of years. Columbus simply arrived and claimed what was never lost. Napoleon was short. Napoleon wasn't short. He was actually average height for his time. British propaganda exaggerated his size to make him look small and weak. Ironic, considering how much of Europe he conquered. Einstein failed math. Albert Einstein didn't fail math. He mastered calculus by age 15. That myth started after his death, maybe because people thought genius must come from struggle. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. It's massive, but it's not visible from space with the naked eye. Astronauts confirmed it. The wall blends with the natural landscape, a beautiful illusion of human pride. Cleopatra was Egyptian. Cleopatra ruled Egypt, but she was Greek, a descendant of Alexander the Great's general, Ptolemy. Her legacy wasn't about where she was born, but how she ruled with unmatched intelligence and charisma. Humans use only 10% of their brain. You've heard it. We use only 10% of our brain. Wrong. We use virtually every part, just not all at once. The 10% myth is an invention of pop psychology, but it sounds so mysterious, people keep believing it. Salem witches were burned. Contrary to the horror stories, the witches of Salem weren't burned, they were hanged. The burning at the stake idea came from Europe, not America. Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." She never said it. That line was written by a philosopher years before her birth, but it fit the image of a clueless queen, so history kept the lie. Gladiators always fought to the death. In reality, gladiators were expensive to train. Most matches ended before death. The goal was entertainment, not slaughter. Medieval people believed the earth was flat. Almost no educated person in the Middle Ages thought the earth was flat. Sailors, scholars, and priests knew it was round long before Columbus ever set sail. Einstein invented the atomic bomb. Einstein's equations helped, but he never built it, and he regretted his science being used for war. Vikings were uncivilized. Vikings weren't just raiders, they were traders, artists, and explorers. They even reached North America long before Columbus. Peaceful settlers, not savages. Nero played violin while Rome burned. Nero didn't fiddle while Rome burned. The violin didn't exist yet. In truth, he helped organize relief efforts. History turned him into a monster centuries later. The Trojan horse was real. Historians now think the Trojan horse may have been a metaphor or siege engine, not a literal giant wooden horse. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb alone. Dozens of inventors worked on light bulbs before Edison. He didn't invent it. He perfected it and marketed it. Genius or great branding? The Middle Ages were dark. The so-called Dark Ages, actually a time of innovation in art, farming, and science. It wasn't dark. It just didn't fit the Renaissance's ego. Blood is blue without oxygen. Your blood is never blue. Veins look that way because of how light passes through your skin. Another classroom myth that just won't die. Van Gogh cut his ear for love. It's romanticized, but the truth is darker. Van Gogh struggled with severe mental illness. His pain became art, but not romance. Witch trials were all in Europe. They happened worldwide, from Africa to the Americas. Witch hunts are part of human fear, not a European invention. The pyramids were built by slaves. Archaeology proves the builders were skilled, paid laborers, not slaves. They were proud craftsmen building for eternity. George Washington had wooden teeth. He didn't. His dentures were made from ivory, gold, and even other human teeth. Disgusting? Maybe, but definitely not wood.